Okay, people. So today it was time to check out Poolman, right? Which is in the Laugh Strand at the London Film Festival. It is the feature directorial debut from Chris Pine. He co-writes it with Ian Gotler. Um, it is produced by Gotler, Patty Jenkins, Chris Pine, and Stacey Sher. It's executive produced by Jeanette Volturno, Rick A. Osako, Linda McDonough, Stuart Ford, Jeff Elliott, Matthew Dwyer. It's co-executive produced by Alistair Burlingham, Anders Erden, Ryan R. Johnson, and Blair Ward. It is associate produced by Leanne Bedford, Taylor Backen, and Laura Alterman. So Matthew Jensen is on cinematography. Stacey Schroeder edits the piece. Erin McGill, production design. Art direction is Sammy Walschlager. Set decoration is Tracy Spadorcia. Costume design, Cindy Evans. Hair and makeup, we've got Paul Benson, Diane McKinnon, James McKinnon, Daryl Redley-Felder, Angelo Rivera, and Afton Staunton. So the cast, right? We have got Chris Pine. He's also starring in it as Darren Barrenman. Okay. Hold on. Because it looks like yeah, we've got some people who aren't fully. Oh, it's one of those frustrating things, people, where they don't give you the full information, which is just a pain in the ass. Boy. Right? Always, always a pain. Always a pain. So, Annette Bening is Diane. Right? Danny DeVito is Jack. Jennifer Jason Lee is Susan. Ray Wise is Van Patterson. Juliet Mills is Mrs. Van Patterson. Who else do we have? Cosmo McCoy is played by Hollis W. Chambers. Holdstrom McCoy is played by Arnie Hicks Jr. Evan Shafran is a businessman. Councilman Zhang is played by Christopher Chen. Pierre de Frenchie is played by Laurent Chua. Josh is played by Ren Burrett. Scott Coker-Free is a door person at the drag club. DeWanda Wise is in it. I cannot remember the name of her character, which is frustrating. Again, it's just not they don't really give you great listings, I'm afraid, people. But the gist of the story is Darren Barrenman is a hapless dreamer and a would-be philosopher who spends his days looking after the pool of the Tahitian Tiki apartment block in sunny Los Angeles and crashing city council meetings with his neighbors Jack and Diane. When Barrowman uncovers the greatest water heist in LA history since Chinatown, he makes uneasy alliances with a beautiful and connected femme fatale while following every lead he can with corrupt city officials, burned out Hollywood types, and mysterious benefactors, all in the name of protecting his precious Los Angeles. So, yeah, there you go. Um, People, what can I say about Poolman? It's sometimes when things get ripped apart, right? You can see that there's some sort of agenda going on. Sometimes things just you figure, I don't think people got it, right? Because there's a few films this festival that supposedly weren't any good, but were great, right? I can't put Poolman in that category. This is I I just I'm baffled what this is. Because Chris Pine is a good actor, right? James T. Kirk, he brought back Star Trek. Star Trek was just floundering before that new iteration of films, right? From J.J. Abrams. So yeah, he was up in there. Unstoppable with Denzel was great. He's made some really good. There's plenty of other ones. We won't mention Wonder Woman, but yeah, no, he's a good actor. So this, like, because he writes a script and he stars in it as well as directing, and the acting and the write both aren't great. You know, you figure that he's kind of taken inspiration with his character from the Big Lebowski, right? That's what as soon as you see Darren, that's who jumps to mind, a Big Lebowski type, right? But it's playing it like he's this Zen. How many times have we seen someone do the meditation pose underwater? I mean, Chris Hemsworth does it in the Extraction film, right? And we've seen it so many times. So it gets done several times in this film, which is just like, do it once, don't do it more. Why are you doing it? There's no need, man. There's no need, right? We've got him writing letters to his best friend, but he's narrating as he's typing, right? But it's not just, okay, hey, Steve, yeah, this has been, it's like, hi, today I went to the thing. Hope you are well. And it's just narrated in such a weird way that you're just like, yo, what is my man doing? Is homie got a stroke? Like, what's happening here? It's baffling. It really is. Right? So we get that. Then it's just the rest of the story is so over the top. It's over the top, but not even in a funny way. There's like, you can look at some films, right? And you go, oh man, yeah, they're kind of over the top with that. But it's just funny. It's funny. No, this isn't. Right? Because if we think about the first two, well, Clerks and Clerks 2, right? Yeah, the first two, and Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back. The Jay and Silent Bob characters are over the top and ridiculous, but it works. Clerks. I mean, it doesn't work in the third Clerks. You know what I mean? Or the second Jay and Bob. You know what I mean? But in the originals, yeah, it works. And it's good. But yeah, this is that the verge. And you can actually kind of take this to, right? That second Jay and Silent Bob film. It's a similar mess. Right? And it's like getting a load of your famous friends to star in something, but not really giving them clear direction or stuff that works. Like, to tell you how bad the script is, right? So this female councilwoman that he's working with, she's like, hey, would you like a drink? And he's like, water. She says, okay, that figures. You are a pool man. And you're like, what? What? Like, how does that? You clean pools, so yeah, water obviously is your drink. The water in the pool is yeah, there's chlorine in it. It's not like it's drinking water that you're swimming in. Like, it's such a bizarre line. And that's not even the worst line in this film. There's a whole heap of worse things said. Right? The plot is all over the place. All over the place. Right? The whole relationships, just you don't buy anything. Right? Nothing is believable. Just nothing at all. And these plot twists and all of that, they're just stupid. Right? They're just bad. So yeah, you're left scratching your head at, like, what happened here? How did this get done? Because as I said, Pine is a great actor. His performance here, you'd think he's never acted a day in his life. That's what you would think watching this, right? That he utilizes some really weird close-ups that you're just like, wait, why? What are we doing? Like, move back, right? So that happens. We have these clunky, weird transitions that it will take so long. Then it just fades to black, and then it takes a long time to then go to and you're just like, what? That was a mess. There's just so much of this going on. I can't point at anyone and say, yeah, they did a great performance, because everything is just so haphazard, right? It's like, there's been a lot of talk about AI, right? Which is part of the whole writer's strike that they just cleared up. And part of that was they don't want AI like Chat GTI and all of them things writing scripts. Now, I will say this. This it has the feeling of what AI would write. Right? And when we've seen some of those things that AI has written, they're not good. And this seems like it's one of those. But, it's got Chris Pine and Ian Gotler down as the writers, right? But yeah, you look at what has been produced and you would go, oh, I think this is one of those AI scripts. Yeah, I think it's one of those. Yeah. Like, this is very similar to Charlie Day's directorial debut, feature directorial debut, because I know he's directed episodes of Always Sunny, but he had Fool's Paradise a few months back that we looked at on the pod, on the normal echo chamber. It's there. Funny thing, it's another signature distributed film. But That was, again, this bizarre script with all of his famous friends in it. So that now I will say Poolman is probably slightly better, but slightly. It's like one of those 100-meter races where someone wins by millimeters, like milliseconds. That's how much better Poolman is than Fool's Paradise. It's not by much, right? It's not by much, but it's just, yeah. Like, there's not a lot you can really say because it's just so fucking bad. You know, it's you know, if you miss today's screening at the South Bank, right, you can watch it tomorrow, Friday the 13th, 6:15, right, at the Prince Charles Cinema. It's in downstairs, the downstairs screen. Okay, people. But yeah, Poolman. It's 100 minutes, right? So an hour and 40. And it feels long. It really feels long. It's in the laugh column. I didn't laugh once. Unfortunately. Like, I wanted to like this film. You don't want to because you have to choose. There's so many clashes, right? So you're trying to choose wisely. So you want every film you go to be great. So I went in wanting this to be great. And as I said, there's been other films that supposedly were no good that were great. So I don't pay attention really to any of that chatter. So yeah, it's just unfortunate that this was what it is. You know what I mean? Oh, it's unfortunate, people. But yeah, my barometer is if you really liked Fool's Paradise, then you will really like Poolman. That's it. So yeah. I'll leave the choice up to you, people. I wouldn't know.